Okay, here we are at Stephen C. West Arena. Vail versus Summit Lightning. So the Vail Mountaineers are going to be wearing their dark blues today, and Summit's wearing their home whites. Vail's on our right-hand side in the huddle right now, getting the last few words of wisdom from Coach TJ Rizet, Coach Paul and Coach Doug out there as well, and taking the ice in goal, Dory Parrish. In defense, starting left D is Sawyer Roman at right, Nash Sucic centering Dylan Bankert left, Cruz January, and at right, Dylan Garvey against a very talented Summit team. This should be a good game. Great weekend of hockey underway. Here goes Bankert right away into the zone and shoots just high and over the left-hand side. Great opening chance there from Bankert right off the faceoff. Summit trying to work it out of their zone. Good pressure there, but here they come through the zone. 2-on-2, great back check from January. Push them outside. Into the zone comes Summit, but coming right back the other way is Bankert again. Across the red line. Entering the zone. Looking right. He's got Garvey with him. Now he's circling. He needs some help. Here comes Boyd. Just in time, right off the bench. Picks up the nice pass. Another drop there from Boyd, but Bankert was going for a change, and so that's a turnover. It was a great idea, but Bankert had dropped that puck to Boyd and had his head up, was heading right toward the net. So now it's Sucic working that puck around. Good pace of play right out of the gate here as Boyd's trying to bang it into the zone, trying to win that puck, working hard. And Weinreich out there with him now, together with Nolan Rizet at right wing. So here they come. Trying to bank it out is Chopko, and he's out there with Coles. Kick save there. Kicked away by Parrish. Coming in the zone, another chance. Try there on a turnover from Summit, and Parrish will freeze that puck and get that first whistle. Good hustle on the first shifts there. Very short shift for the wingers on that second line. As now you've got at center Wes Bastine and Bates and Sawyer Roman out on D now. And at left you've got Denton. Here goes Summit with the wraparound try, centering pass, shot, good save right from the slot. Dangerous play there from Summit, and Ryder Board is going to send it up the boards all the way down for the icing. So again, that's Bastine at center, Ryder Board at right, and Sage Denton at left, and Bates Gorbel at left D, and Sawyer Roman at right D. 12-18 left in the first. 2-0 shots on goal. A couple good chances for both teams, though. Face off on our end. Summit wins it. Low angle shot, deflected wide, picked up by Denton. He's trying to skate it out, gets knocked down, pushed down, and Summit will turn it back the other way. Good cutback move there from Summit, and another big save from Parrish. Summit works the puck back to the point. Good D-to-D pass. Working that puck down deep. Sawyer Roman picks up that puck, and now Denton's going to try and get it out of that zone, looking to get that breakout. Working and going. Good pressure from Summit, though, here on their home ice. Now Bates Gorbel trying to get it out. Bastine picks it up and barely gets it up and out so that there can be a change. Denton on the forecheck. Summit coming the other way. They're going to catch us in a change. No. Shot is on to Parrish, who makes a glove save and clears it out. And here comes Bankert now with the puck, working it behind the net. Skating up out of his own zone. He's got Garvey with him on the left-hand side. Cruz January trailing. Low angle centering. Almost to Garvey. Another centering just past Garvey again. And Chopko is going to send it deep. He's out there on D along with Nash Sucic. So here comes that puck out towards Sucic. He's going to back up and let Summit make that errant pass. Chopko picks it up and sends it deep into the opposing zone. Kareem's off the boards in a funny angle. Picked up by Chopko ultimately and sent deep. And Bankert's going to come for his change. Here comes Weinreich to replace him. And that is offside. So we'll complete that change and get Rizet and Boyd out there to join Weinreich for this face-off on the dot just outside of the Summit Lightning zone. We got Coles at right D, Sawyer at left D. It's a good Summit team. We know a lot of these kids from Mountain Select. They've got a lot of talent and a fantastic goalie. So does Vale. D to D pass. Is it up and out from Coles? No. Here comes Summit. Picked off. Nice pickpocket there from Roman. She's going to try and backhand it up. Turnover. Shot. Turnover led to a shot right in the slot there. Summit had the puck right in the danger zone, and in order to score on Dory Paris, it's got to be a good shot. That definitely was one. It was off the post and in to make it 1-0 Summit with 10:22 stop time in the first period here. Just bouncing puck, but Summit has definitely had the more opportunities. Weinreich tries to win it back and ends up going all the way behind the net. Battle for the puck in our zone. Weinreich comes away with it. Looking deep for Boyd. Just a little bit past him. Boyd trying to hustle to put that pressure on. Gets down there. Good forecheck from Boyd. He's going to tie that puck up in the corner. He gets put down from behind. No call. Now it's picked up by Bastien, who's out there as Boyd comes for a shift. And Denton's going to replace him out there with the rest of the Bastien line. No icing there as Summit picks it up behind our net. Centering pass. Cleared away by Bates. Scorebold. Bouncing puck up to Denton, who chips it ahead. Oh, good defensive play by Summit there to keep it in the zone. Denton's really good at that chip and chase. Almost pulled it off there as Nasujic sends it around. Ryder Board chips it up into the neutral zone. Pressure from Denton into the Summit zone. Trying to make them make that mistake. Can they keep it in? No. Back into the neutral zone. Ryder Board gets his stick lifted. Picked up. Nice pass play there. And the puck back into the neutral zone. Here comes Summit in a 2-on-2. Taking it outside. Low angle shot. Saved by Parrish. Bounced up and out. Denton gets it. Or no, Bastien gets it. Bastien down the left-hand side. One man to beat. Toe drag. Cuts it back. Shot is a little bit wide, but kicked away by the goaltender. And good effort there from Bastien. Now good hustle there from Garvey, who's out with Cruz January. Garvey centering as Bastien comes to take his shifts. Bankert's going to replace him. Coles picks it up. Coles down the center. 2 men to beat. Shot deflected wide. Garvey on the pressure. Good forecheck so far from Vale. Garvey behind the net, centering. Shot is blocked. And now Cruz January centers it, but it's up and out into neutral zone. Coles is going to pick it up. Make a nice D-to-D pass to Chopko. Chopko bangs it up the boards. Caught in the ref's skates, so Chopko picks it up again. He gets it over. Now it's Rizé. Rizé inside. What a play. Gets the shot off. Good save. Boy, Rizé somehow managed to get that shot off, even with pressure from 2 Summit players. Quite the move. As it comes all the way back down to Sawyer Roman in her zone. She's going to skate it up. Pressure from Summit. She still got it, bangs it ahead, and takes out 2 players along the way. She's big and powerful when she's moving like a train down the ice like that. Summit trying to work through the neutral zone. 2-on-2. Pass picked off by Gorbold. Gorbold now pressuring outside. Summit still has it. Centering pass. Good defense there from Rizé. Bounced and off of a shin pad and in. Relentless pressure from Summit. And the puck bounces in. And it's going to be 2-0 Summit. Vale's playing well. It's just the puck is not bouncing our way. And Summit's just bringing a little bit more heat, a little bit more energy as the Bastien line takes the ice. Denton at left, Ryder Board at right, Bates and Sawyer back on D. Need to see Vale get that puck deep and set up, start moving that puck around in the offensive zone like they do so well. Bouncing puck. Comes out. Summit again in the danger zone. In the slot. Centering. Blocked by Gorbold. Out to the point. Summit with a shot. Deflected. Bouncing puck. Cleared by Gorbold. Now Denton has some space. Lead man pass to Ryder. Ryder, one man to beat. Takes the shot. And a nice blocker save there. Picked up by Denton in the corner. Tries to send it back to Sucic. Sucic sends it back to Denton. Denton now to Ryder. This is what we want to see. Ryder centering to Denton. But the shot is into the chest and saved. And that was good puck movement there by that line. We need to see more of that. So Vail gathering themselves here, trying to recover from a 2-goal burst from Summit early. Bankert's going to take centering faceoff. At D, you got Sucic and Shopko. And then you got January out there with, there's Bankert. You got January out there with Dylan Garvey. Big shot and big save. Another great save from that talented Summit goaltender. Bankert sends it around the boards to Garvey. Still in the Summit zone. Sucic trying to keep it in there. Now Garvey. Puck bounces up and out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Chopko. Looking for that pass. And then Cruz sends it in. Keeps it in. Back out. Now it's Garvey to Sucic. Sucic off the skate of Bankert and deep. Bankert on the forecheck. January. Now Cole's big shot. A little high. Pressure from Boyd to keep it in. Bouncing puck comes out just barely, and that'll help complete the change. Weinreich and Brise will join Boyd out there. Coles and Roman on D. Good high-speed game here. Both teams playing hard. Puck's bouncing around the neutral zone. Coles to Boyd. Boyd across the red line with it. He's got Weinreich with him and then Rizé on the far side. Oh, the saucer backhand pass just a little high. Weinreich collects it in the corner. Little help from Boyd. Now Rizé helping. Roman gets it, sends it deep, deflects off a skate. Still in the Summit County zone. Kept in there by Coles with a big, heavy hit, legal hit to keep it in the zone, but Summit does get it out. Roman now up. Vail's turning the tide a little bit here as Ryder Board tries to get it up. Bastien and Denton now out. Bates Corbold on D, sending the player outside. Good centering pass and an incredible save from Paris. Good play there from Summit County. Vito Cipriani is the player. Took it deep with a lot of speed around the outside and centered it there. Now Bastien taking the center in his own zone. Taking the face off his own zone. Summit County, shot from the point is wide. Bouncing it up and trying to get it out is Denton. Good play there from Denton, but is it enough? Not quite. Oh, big save on a tip shot there. Summit putting pressure on. Summit again with it. And diving on it and covering it is Paris. And we're going to get a quick change of all 5 players. Sucic and Roman on D. Bankert line out. Remember that Bankert line's Bankert at center. Dylan Garvey and Cruz January. Wins it over to Roman. Summit keeps it in. Roman now banking it off is Garvey. Garvey with speed down the right-hand side. Got January in front. Oh, blocked by the defender. And so that pass does not connect. Another big collision there. Here's Sucic with a big shot and glove save by Summit County. Banker taking the face-off in the Summit County zone. Banker. And puck's behind the Summit net. Pressure from Garvey. Now January. Can't quite win it, so here comes Summit the other way. Roman on D. Entering the zone. Good play there from Roman, who wins that puck. Gets it up to January. He tries to flip it. January was trying to center it. I think it went off his stick kind of in a funny manner, so that ends up being an icing. Face-off is going to be in the Vail zone. 2:54 left in the first. And the Weinreich line is out there now. That's Nolan Rizet at left, Alex Boyd at right wing today. You got Bates, Gorbold, and Chopko on D. Centering is in front. Chopko winning it. Cleared by Weinreich to Boyd. He fires it over to Rizet. But Summit's going to enter the zone again. Shot, pass, / shot is wide. Boyd putting pressure on the point. And Summit sends it deep. Chopko behind his own net. Now Weinreich trying to help clear it out. Centering pass just through the legs of the Summit player, and then a shot deflected off Weinreich into the corner. Rizet skating with it, has lots of time. He's going to skate it up and out. Good headman pass to Weinreich, who can't quite handle it. And the puck comes back into the neutral zone. Rizet trying to jam it up the boards. Over to Boyd. Boyd entering the zone with it. Shielding that puck. Nice little shield there. Boyd gets it just past Denton. That's what you want to see, is shielding that puck and then making the play. Here comes Denton inside. Oh, he whiffs on it. And it's still loose. Denton has it. Wide open net off the goal. And so now another shot. And great save there by Bennett again. The Summit goaltender keeping his team with that 2-goal advantage. 1:30 left to play in the first. Now it's Ryder Board on the forecheck. Bastien putting pressure at the red line. Good play by Summit. Now Denton comes over to help. Can he hold on to it? No, Summit has it. Skating behind our own net. Good pressure there from Coles. And ringing it around the boards, up to the point and kept in. Under a minute to play in the first. Ryder Board looking to headman it to Denton, but just into his skates. And so one last change here. 40 seconds for the Bankert line to do something here. Bankert with good back checking pressure. Wins that puck. Bouncing around in our own zone. Centering pass. Cleared up and out. Can January hold on to it? No. 25 seconds to play. Summit trying to get it in front, but interfered with nicely by Coles, who trying to pass it up to Garvey. It's going to go all the way down for an icing. So 13.6 seconds left. And have just a quick change on defense there. Roman and Chopko. And then the Bankert line's going to finish out this period for us. Shots on goal are evening up, but that score is still 2-0 in favor of Summit here on their home ice. Ten seconds to play. Bankert has just enough time to get his shot off. 4, 3, 2. Can he score? Centering to Garvey, and it's just wide. A great last second effort there by Bankert and Garvey, but Vail just a little bit off their mark, a little bit off on passes, a little bit off on shooting, and a couple of lapses and some lucky bounces for Summit makes it 2-0 heading into the second. Here we go. Second period. Banker line's back out there with some of their old buddies. Garvey took down one of his fellow Mountain Select buddies there. Here's centering pass from January, and then Garvey's got it. He's going to send it back deep to January. Cruz has it in the corner. Backhand centering pass can't get through. Banker into the corner. He's going to send it back around to January, but now it's Roman pinching. She keeps it in with a nice strong move. Goes down, battling for it on her knees. Gets back up, has it on her backhand. Can't get that centering pass off, and Summit is going to come the other way. Here goes Nash Sutrich back on D, trying to push him outside. Summit in the Vail zone. Battle for it in the corner. Centering pass for Summit, wide open in front, and a big save from Parrish. Nice blocker save. Hard fought to win that puck. January putting pressure on this time, and that deflection fortunately goes wide. Sutrich rings around the boards, and that's Rosé now out there trying to clear it. January, can he get it up to Banker? Banker loses in his skates. Nice play there from Summit. But now, with some space, here comes Roman. Got Boyd and Weinreich with her. Oh, and Weinreich's jumped off sides. Roman had some space because Summit was caught in a change, and as she carried it forward, Weinreich tried to time it just right to burst into the zone with her, but he was just a heartbeat ahead of Roman, and so offsides here. Weinreich, Boyd, Rosé, Chopko, and Coles. Weinreich, Rosé putting pressure in front of the net. Now behind. Pressure from Coles keeps it in. Rosé with it in the corner. Looking for options. Good movement by Vail. Puck's in front. Chopko steps in. Now Coles has it at the point. Bouncing puck. He's going to wind it around the outside. Back to Chopko now. Chopko can't quite get the shot off, and out it comes. He'll regroup with Coles. D to Coles. Coles looking up. Cross all the way to Ryder board. But sent right back to the neutral zone. Weinreich with it. Over to Chopko. Chopko to board. Board. Timing is just a little off there. Puck goes all the way down. Good icing call there. So the face-off will be in the Summit County zone. First of 4 games this weekend. Lots of energy. Lots of good hustle from this Vail team. As Bastien takes the face-off. He's got Ryder Board on his right. Sage Denton on his left. And Roman and Bates Gorbold on D. Battle in the corner. Bastien can't quite get it off. But a good play to win that puck. Just not enough to get a shot. Roman trying to battle it up. And Denton's going to pursue it into the zone. Bounced up and out by Summit. No. Kept in the zone. Here comes Ryder Board the other way. He's around the outside. Low angle shot, and he's tripped. That's going to be a call. He was in the process of shooting when the Summit player took his skates out. So the right call. Incidental tripping will let go sometimes, especially in the younger age groups, because it happens a lot. But when the player's in the middle of a shot, it's definitely one you got to call. So Ryder with a nice play there. Drawing the penalty, and the Bankert line, it's actually going to be a power play line. This is Bankert, Dylan Weinreich at right, Dylan Garvey at left. You got Nash Sutrich at right D, Coles at right D. Sutrich with lots of time, gets the shot off. And did you see there what Sutrich did? If he would have shot that straight, it would have been tipped or blocked. Instead, he had a little toe drag on that shot to get it around the defender's stick. That's when you use the toe drag. Well done by Sutrich there. Good save by Bennett Hamilton there as a Summit goaltender. And here comes Summit the other way. But Garvey's going to get back and he gets pulled down. That was a trip. They're not going to call it, but it goes up to Weinreich. Weinreich has it in his skates, sends it deep. Trying to set up this power play is Vale. Comes back to Coles. Can he set up the play? Bouncing puck, and Coles keeps it in again. Well done. Can he get it over? No. Into the neutral zone now. Bankert's going to wheel and regroup. Here they come, entering the zone. Passes over to Weinreich. It's loose. Bankert picks it up. Bankert, shot off the chest. Big save by Hamilton. It's a 2-on-2 for Summit now. Coles will have none of it. Takes him down. Coles playing great defense today. But Summit doing a good job putting pressure on this power play. 30 seconds left. Here comes Bankert the other way. It's going to be a 2-on-2. He's got Rosé with him. He goes outside, looking, centering. Oh, and good defensive play there by Summit to lift that stick so that Rosé couldn't put that puck in. And the puck will come all the way down for an icing with 13 seconds left on the penalty kill. 9:36 left in the second period. Still 2-0. Summit County. Good team, Summit County. We did have a win against them earlier in the year. But it's a hard-fought battle today. They're a well-coached team. They're playing good hockey. That's Boyd on the face-off playing center. He's out there with Rosé and Cruz January as part of your second power play line. Puck's going to come back to Roman, who's out there with Chaka. Roman, big shot. Deflected wide. Now Roman again. Penalty's over. Chopko with a good heads-up play to cover that Summit County fifth player. Puck is out. Picked up by Roman. Here goes Rosé entering the zone. Poked away. Now Boyd with it. Chips it deep. And coming the other way with it now into the neutral zone is Summit County. Across the red line, they make an errant pass. So that's picked up by Bates Gorbolt, who's now out there with Chopko on D. Trying to get that breakout going. Having a little bit of trouble with that today. Blocked up and out by Ryder, and here comes Alex Boyd down the left-hand side. Rolling puck on his backhand. Kind of couldn't quite get a hold of it, so now he's going to go for his change. Bastien's coming out now, and you got the full third line out there. A little bit of holding there against Cruz January not called. No, January's out there with the rest of that Bastien line is what's happening. He's coming for his change, and Denton's going to get out there. And that is icing. So you can reset after that power play lineup, change up lineup situation. 8:05 in the second. Bills certainly still in this. Just need to get that one goal to break the seal. Now you got Bastien at center, Bankert at right. Well, that was errant face-off because there was a Summit player not lined up. They're going to redo that one. So Bankert at right, Bastien at center, Sage Denton at left, Nash Sucic at right D, Coles at left D. Okay. Reload. Bastien to the center, bouncing. Out comes Summit with it. That's Vito Cipriani, I think, down the right-hand side. Not sure. Here he comes. Low angle, doesn't get the shot off. Bankert puts a stop to that. And here's a centering pass. Bounces around. Banged up and toward the net, wide open in front. And it's loose under her feet. Still loose, and now it's whistled dead. That puck trickled between Parrish's legs. She realized that, got her stick down in a kind of swiped it with her stick hand back up through her own pads, and it was loose there in front of there for a second. Good play by the ref. Did not call that until it was fully covered, and now the Bankert line reassembled, and it's no, now it's Denton out there with them. So a little bit of change up the lines, wide open in front, couldn't complete the backhand, but Summit gets another one. They're just being left alone in that slot area. A lot of those, 2 of those 3 goals happened that way. The backhand play by Summit went wide, but a low angle shot was available And I don't know who it was on Summit, but they got another one. So shots are fairly even, but goals are 3-0. Now it's Bankert, Boyd, and Weinreich. Here comes Summit the other way again. Cole's on D. Good play there. Oh my God. That was dirty. That was David Popek. He's got just a lot of skill. Got around Coles and absolutely bar downed it past Parrish. That was quite the play. 4-0. That is impressive. Weinreich now, and let's see if Boyd can get a hold of it. Here goes Roman, skating with it. She's going to carry it into the zone, takes it wide outside. Boyd in front. Over to Boyd. Boyd with a shot. It's wide. Pulls at the point. Tipped by Weinreich, just wide. Weinreich behind the net. Rizet. And they can't quite get a handle of the puck sometimes. This Vail team. Pressure from Boyd. Boyd's still putting that pressure on, wins that puck. He's coming the other way. He's got Rizet in front, the centering pass. Rizet, good play. Rizet gets his own rebound, but it's covered by Bennett Hamilton, the Summit goaltender. And nice 1-2 play there. Boyd won the puck, then got that backhanded pass right over to Rizet, who had some nifty maneuvers to get that puck through the defender's legs and on net, and was very close to putting one in there. Bastien at center. Sage Denton at left, and Ryder Board at right. It's back now to Chopko. He's out there with Bates on D. Flipped up to Ryder. Ryder centering. Bastien. I'm sorry, that was Denton on the backhand, and Bastien helping him. Now Bastien on the back check. Summit County enters our zone with good back checking pressure from Denton and Ryder Board. Picked up by Chopko. He's got some space. He's going to skate it. He's got Denton with him on the center. 3 defenders back for Summit. Chopko sends it to Bastien. Here comes Summit the other way. Kept in nicely by Chopko. Ryder Board comes away with it, but loses it. Now he's got it. Centering. And the puck is in the net. Chopko kept it in. Ryder Board won that puck, got it over to Sage Denton, who was waiting at the back door to make it 4-1. Excuse me. So Vail finally able to break the seal after a lot of good chances. Finally one goes their way. Great play there by Ryder Board to get it over to Denton, who had to flip it up and over Bennett Hamilton to put that puck in. And nice, good play there by that entire line, really. Starting with Chopko on D there to keep it in. And now this is the Bankert line. That's going to be icing. So 5:14 to play, 4-1. It's a well-matched game. It's closer than 4-1, but I think Vail can. They keep that hustle up, keep moving that puck around, and maybe clean up their puck control a little bit, their individual puck control. They can probably get themselves back into this one. Bankert now at center. Wins it over to Garvey. Garvey fans on it. Sends it deep. Round the net. Stuff. Blocked. Where is it? It's in the slot. Who's got it? Roman. She's skating with it. She carries it deep. Good pressure by Summit. She still has it. Who's in front? Who's open? She looks. It's good pass back to the D now. Working that puck around. All the way around. Bankert to go get it. Gets his stick kind of jammed in the boards there and comes out of the zone. Garvey wins it. He's entering the zone. He's got Bankert in front. But good coverage from Summit as Vail's going for a change. So Now kept in there. Boyd putting pressure on. Now Bankert, nope, comes out. All of a sudden, it's a one-on-one for Summit. Roman's back. Roman pushes him outside. Just great defense. Now Bankert has it. He's wheeling and regrouping in his zone. Good cross-ice pass there, picked up by Rose, and he's taken down. That'll be called for tripping. We're going to see another power play here. Big, strong pass there from Bankert cross-ice and well received by Rose. That is not easy when the puck's flying at you like that. So what's Coach going to do here? He's going to leave that lineup out there. You got Weinreich, Rose, and Boyd. And you got Coles with his cannon of a shot back there on right D. Chopko, who's a major part of that last goal at left D. Weinreich trying to win it. Goes into the corner. Picks it up. Good control and patience. Over to Boyd. Now they're setting it up. This is how you do it. Coles. Coles! Not high sticking there. Almost a good tip in there from Rose. Oh, bouncing puck. Can't quite get it over to Weinreich. And now he does. Weinreich looking for an outlet pass. Boyd giving him an option. Good movement there from Boyd. Taking it deep. Behind the net. Centering. Just not enough to get it to Rose. So now it's Weinreich looking at Boyd. This is how you do a power play, folks. Almost a great 1-2 play from Boyd and Weinreich, but that pass was a little errant, so here comes Summit the other way. Fortunately, they lose the puck. Chopko picks it up, sends it to Rose. Good turnaround, regroup. Headman pass just a little too far ahead of Weinreich, and we're going to get another line out there. It's the Bastien line to finish this power play. 40 seconds left on it. Good job from that Weinreich line, though, to set that puck up for that power play. Move the puck around. Couple good opportunities, but again, just puck just a couple inches off on some of those passes. If they can clean that up, they're going to do something great. Here comes Denton. Denton down the right-hand side on his backhand. Turns, looks to Bastien. Now puck's loose. Bates has it. Bates with a shot. Saved wide. Now Denton on the one-timer. Couldn't connect. And that's been kind of the story of the day. A lot of near great plays, but the puck just kind of bouncing off their sticks a little bit. Good play there from Nash Sujic to win the puck and send it up. He gets tackled from behind. Here comes Summit regrouping in their own zone. Big pickup there, and it's offsides. Just barely, which is a bit of a relief, as I believe that was David Popek from Summit coming down on us again. He's the one who had that incredible 1-2 move and the bar down to finish. Still 4-1, 2:19 left in the second. This is Bankert. Good glove there by Cruz. January comes away with it. He's got two men to beat. Gets sort of taken down by the old diving defensive play that never gets called as tripping, but maybe should be. January again sends it deep. Garvey and Bankert on the forecheck. Good turnaround by Summit. It's on Bates' scoreboard stick. He takes a shot. Bounces around to Garvey. Low angle to Bankert and just missed again. Another great opportunity that was a hard to handle backhand for Bankert. And here comes Summit into our zone. Pushed outside by Gorbold. Picked up by Bankert around his own net. He's skating up. He's got some speed. He's got that. Sometimes you can see the way the chess pieces lay that there's an opportunity coming. And here comes Bankert. Oh, deflected wide. He's out there. Now Boyd on the forecheck with fresh legs. But Summit's going to. No, here comes Weinreich. Good stick handling to hang on to have control of that puck. Back to the D just in time as Chopko sends it back to Weinreich. To Boyd waiting behind the net. Boyd shielding. Battling for it now. That's not Boyd. That's Weinreich. Who was that? Oh, that was Rose, and that's offside. Sorry, under a minute to play. I got a little confused on my players there for a second. That was Rose with the nice shielding down behind the net, working with Weinreich, and then Boyd involved as well. So some good hockey, just a couple of near misses. Weinreich wins it ahead. And back to Chopko in the neutral zone. Oh, And here they come the other way. Summit against Coles. Rosé there to help. Good job by Coles to send him outside. And picked up by Coles after a great play from Rosé to stop that scoring chance from Summit. Here comes Coles the other way. 30 seconds to play. Coles centering to Boyd. Boyd can't quite do much with it and just off balance a little bit. And here comes Summit the other way. And that's offsides. It's not called. Shot is blocked wide. Rosé up to Boyd. Boyd to Weinreich. 10 seconds. Can anything happen in 10 seconds? Boyd's too tired to finish, so Denton will come out, but it's to no avail as time is run out here on this second period. So still 4-1 Summit. Everybody is working hard. You can see just how much effort all these players are putting into this game. Back in a second. Into the third period here with the Bankert line. Cruz January keeps it in. Bankert has a chance. Centering to Garvey. Garvey back, gets it blocked. And here comes Summit the other way into the neutral zone. Roman back on D with Sucic. Going wide with it is Summit. Good pad save, rebound, another pad save, and cleared up and out by Bankert. No icing. So here comes the change. Good quick shifts by this Vail team. And that's part of what's keeping them moving so quick out there, as they'll complete the change for the Bastine line. Roman across the middle, goes down hard. She's going to be all right, but she definitely went down a little bit hard. Denton with the wraparound try, and now a centering try. But Popek's going to just skate it up like he does with just so much agility. Taking it outside, cutting back in, and great save from Dory Parrish. That's the best save of the year for her. She tracked him perfectly and shut down what was an excellent move from David Popek. Well done, Dory Parrish. Keeping it 4-1. Cleared out and out by Denton. No. Summit still has it. Vito Cipriani working it around, centering it. Blocked by Ryder Board. Cipriani back to the defense. D with the chance for a shot. Nope, sends it back in again. And Summit's cycling the puck nicely. Bates Gorbald's going to try and put an end to that. Denton gets it out of the zone. And it's back in for an offsides. Weinreich out there with Rosé at left, Boyd at right, Coles at right D, Sucic at left D. Rosé comes away with it, trying to get it up the boards. Good pass from Summit there, down against Coles. And Sucic, puck goes high and over the net. In front, picked up by Coles, passed out to Rosé. Rosé picked up by Weinreich nicely. Here comes Weinreich, got Boyd dragging behind. Weinreich around the outside, centering all the way out to Sucic. He's going to shoot, deflected right as he was shooting. And what looked like it was going to turn into something special was all for naught. And that'll come back for an icing. And a quick shift there for that Weinreich line. So close. Bankert wins it. Back to Sucic. Sucic D to D over to Coles. Coles' shot is deflected out. Summit coming through the neutral zone. Garvey. Oh, is he going to get the trip? No. Because the player jumped, I think, and fell, they're not going to call that. Probably the right call. Sucic up and out. Still, knock on wood, no penalties for Vail in this game so far. Couldn't capitalize on 2 power plays, and it's still 4-1. Summit now sending it deep behind the net. I think all the players on both sides look like they're getting a little tired here in this third period because they have been going hard all games. Cruz January gets it up and out of the zone. Gets it up to Bankert. Bankert all alone. Now he's got Denton coming to join him. He gets checked off the puck. Wins it back. Nicely centering. Bounces over the stick of Denton, and a good shot by Sawyer Roman there. She'll back check and help make the play. Chopko stepping in. Well done. That's how it's supposed to go. Here comes just it past the skates of Ryder. Ryder somehow comes away with it, kicks it to himself. Well played there by Ryder Boyd. Centering pass. Denton with the shot. Rebound. Bastien. He's trying to wrap it around. Bastien centering. Bouncing puck in front. Comes up and all the way out. And it's going to be a breakaway. Vito Cipriani left, right. Can't quite get it. The shot off. Good pressure there from Chopko. And now Denton going the other way. Denton with 1 to beat. Denton outside tries to shuffle it through, but can't quite make that play. So here comes Ryder Board centering. Back in. No. Bastien, another close call. I mean, so many of those. Big collision there as Gorbel played the puck perfectly. If the puck goes by, don't let the body go by. And he did exactly that. All perfectly legal in the game of hockey at this age group. Covered in snow is Gorbel as he sends it up the boards. Kicked ahead by Summit. Turning, passing, shot, glove down by Paris. Up and not out. Weinreich. Now, where is it? There it is. Coming back into the zone is Summit. Now Weinreich trying to get it up to Rosé. Rosé has 1 to beat, maybe 2. Rosé turns, shields. Sent into the corner. Looking to center it. Weinreich trying to hit Boyd, but just again off the mark. So here comes Summit the other way. Oh, Summit weaving, bobbing, and then Coles puts an end to that. Weinreich behind his own net, up and out to Boyd. Boyd with some space and time. Oh, and he goes down out of nowhere, so he had a toe pick or something and went down. So here comes a fresh lineup. Nice play by Garvey to keep it out there. And it's offsides anyhow. 7:55 in the third, 4-1. It's going to take a heroic effort against this talented Summit team to come back at this point, but it is possible. Bankert wins it, back to Coles. Coles looking, errant pass up to Summit. Good pressure from Weinreich, or Bankert leads to a turnover. Garvey has it down deep. Nice cut, turn back, centering. That's a shot. Deflected. Chopko now carrying it deep. Chopko looking up. He gets one on net that comes all the way out to, and a tip. Sorry, that was Cruz January with the shot, and the tip there almost went in. Garvey has it. Good shift here for Vail. Garvey sending it deep. Who's going to get there? Cruz January. Again, they're working the puck behind the net, but they're not set up to do that. If you're going to work the puck behind the net, you really need a center or a winger who's committed to being in that position behind the net. So it's a style of cycling it that only works if you're committed to that approach. As the puck is all the way now behind our net, Bankert looking to carry it out and probably get a shift change. Passes up and off the back of Denton's skate. Denton up to Bastien. Bastien with two guys to beat. Now surrounded as the rest of his line mates join him. Denton on the forecheck. Ryder board. Up and out into the neutral zone to Coles, who makes a nice D to D over to Roman. Roman sends it deep. Ryder. All the way out to Roman. Roman flips it up and behind the net. Good play by Summit to get it up and out. They enter the zone with it. Nice block of that pass from Ryder forward. Roman gets it back to him. He's looking up to Denton. That's a nice outlet pass. And into the zone goes Denton. Denton taking it outside. He's got it on his forehand. Shielding. He's pushed into that corner, and there goes Summit with the breakout. Well played by them. That's textbook hockey right there by Summit County. Roman steals that puck, looking for an outlet pass. Who's there for it? Jose is, but it's off the boards and deflected just high over the net. Summit has it in our zone, centering, picked off by Rosé. Rosé, can he beat the defender? He's got a lot of speed. He's going outside wide. And the shot was just wide, but had a good opportunity there as Boyd with fresh legs now has it. Boyd cuts inside. He gets cut off of the puck, and Weinreich can't quite hold on to it. So Summit County 2-on-2 the other way. Entering the zone against Sutic and Coles. Coles with a nice push away. Rosé has it. He sends it deep. No icing. So he comes for a shift. Weinreich trying to get it to Boyd in front, but good pressure from Summit. He's got his stick tied up there. And finally gets his stick free and centers it. Coles can't quite get there. Miscommunication. Gets it in deep to Boyd. What's Boyd going to do with it? Boyd, low angle shot. Saved. Cruz January. Boyd's coming for his shift change. January centers it to Weinreich, but it's off his skates. And up and out. Cole's been playing great all game. Tips it ahead, and that'll complete the shift as Bankert's line gets out there. There's Garvey on the pressure. Now Bankert on, oh boy, again, just thought he was going to curl that around and lost the handle. Here comes Garvey. January, again, that's that play where you're sending it deep, but it doesn't work if nobody's committed to playing that behind the net row. Oh, good pass up there to Bankert, who had a good try. Now Bankert is putting that pressure on, and a good play up and out by Summit. In the neutral zone now is Vail, regrouping. A little passing catch by the opposing defenseman. Shot kicked up and out by Parrish. 3:20 to play. There's a lot of neutral zone back and forth here, mainly, this segment of the game. And an icing will punctuate a lot of back and forth neutral play, and we'll regroup down in the far end with the Bastien Denton Ryder board line. Roman at left and Chopko at right D. 3 minutes on the dot left to play here. Stephen C. West Arena in Breckenridge, Colorado. There's Ryder Board in front, backhand, rebound in front from Bastien. A blender in front, Bastien pushed down and the puck is covered. I'm going to do a change up. Line up, change up. Bastien's got loose laces. Weinreich wins it. Back to Chopko. Can't quite keep it in. Chopko looking to regroup. Battle for the puck just on the blue line there. Can't quite see. Weinreich now. See if they can make the most of this final 2:20. Here goes Chopko entering the zone. Sends it deep around. That's Rizé on the forecheck. Maybe one more goal would make the team feel a little bit better about their performance. They did work hard. They deserve one more, in my opinion, as Weinreich's going to try and make that happen. Bouncing puck, trying to control it. So many good examples of good hockey in this game. Love to see that rewarded a little bit. As Weinreich and Rizé work that puck, but can't quite keep it in. Here comes Summit the other way. Weinreich on the back check. Turned over to Chopko, who's going to wheel behind his own net. 139. Oop, that's a funny bounce. Another funny bounce all the way up and out. So, Bankert line. Great, another, talk about a line that's played really, really nicely and has a lot to be proud of. I mean, just so many near misses, so many close calls, so many good saves by Bennett Hamilton there, the Summit goaltender. And so it's just not turned into a winning performance, but a lot of positives still to take away. Now Cole's with it, skating out of his zone. He's got the speed, gets it across the red line. Was thinking about dumping it in, and it's banged back to Bates. Kind of flubs it, but it ends up on Cole's stick. Oh, that's a little bit of a bump from behind. Here comes Summit the other way. And this time Bankert picks it up. Nice headman pass, just a little out of reach again. That's every player, I think, on the team has had one of those today, where it's just outside the reach of the player. Here comes, what's his name? Nice defensive stop there by Nash Sutic to keep it from being 5-1. As Summit with a dangerous centering pass. And then Cipriani puts Nash Sutic into the back of the net, and they're not going to call it. Maybe they will. Is he just skating toward the penalty box because he knows it, or did they actually call it? They did actually call it. Good. It was a penalty. 21 seconds to go. So maybe with 20 seconds and a man advantage, we can put one more in. Here's the Bankert line to do it. Okay, here we go. Bankert, Garvey, all the way back nicely to Sutic. Sutic, rebound. And it's almost in from. Oh, that's Bastine out there. Look at this lineup: Garvey, Bastine, and Bankert. And that is covered up, and that'll do it. So 4-1 here. Summit wins in 1 of 4 games. Good hustle, lots of good play, fantastic goaltending from Dory Parrish. Like I said, probably the save of the year from her against really good young David Popak player of Czech descent, Summit County. Bennett Hamilton, the great goaltender for Summit County, did his part as well. And like I said, almost feels like a home game. We know these kids so well and appreciate this Summit community so much. Glad to be at their ice arena all weekend. We'll be back from the frigid outdoor arena later this afternoon, so make sure to tune in. We'll try and throw some more jokes in there, keep it entertaining. All right, well, 4-1. We'll see you next time. Thanks to Liz and all the Bankert family for everything they're doing behind the scenes here.